I lived in this area for about 23 years. Um, it's a small area in the city of Artesia. The part of Artesia I live on, everyone calls it Chivas. Everyone, you know. When I first moved here, um, this neighborhood was a lot different. It's changed a lot. It's actually calmed down a whole lot. But I there was a point when I lived here about 13 years ago where I was frustrated. I had a job, and the majority of my check went to child support, so I got a secondary job, and secondary job, and had no time. I was barely keeping my head above water. I was making about, what was it, about 700-800 a week, and six of that was going to child support every pay period. So I was at home with my mom. I if I gave her $75 for rent, that was, I mean, I considered that good, you know. That's how it was bad. So I got into this conflict. Um, it opened my eyes a little bit, and I said I need a break. So I moved to Arizona. Now when I was in Arizona, um, I was just regrouping, you know, getting myself adjusted, and I told everyone I'll be back. I just needed a break. So my daughter had ran away from home, and I received word of it, so I moved back over here. And my daughter moved in here with me and my mom. And then shortly after that, I met Tony. This was about 2011, I think. No, not 2011. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, roughly about 2011. 2011, 2012. I met Tony. Started working for him. I worked with him for a while, full time. He wasn't the best boss, but he wasn't the worst neither. We had an agreement. He said, because I told him I wanted to start a business. I was still looking for something that I could slip into, that I'm good at, that wouldn't be too hard. At first, I was thinking drywall, but I didn't have a knack for it. I got into landscaping. I liked it. I was outside moving. So we made an agreement. He said, look, I'll take some of your pay, put it aside, and when I'm ready to sell the business, you know, you have your down payment. And if you decide not to buy it, if I decide not to sell it, go. If I decide not to sell it, you can use it for your retirement. I said, great. I should have got it in writing, but I didn't. So we went with that agreement, and then there was it was time for income tax season was coming up, and he's like, "Hey, you want your W-2? Tax season coming up, whatever." I said, "Actually, no, just hold on to it." He was like, "Aren't you worried about getting in trouble?" And I said no, because and he's like, "Well," and I told him my plan. I said, "Yeah, well, all my W-2s go. I'm saving them, so a rainy day, when the time comes, I'm gonna file them all at once. Go." And he was like, "You listen to my story?" Yeah. And he was like, "Well, that's tax evasion." I'm like, it's only tax evasion if you owe. The worst thing that could happen is the money that's there will accumulate interest, you know. Oh, and it's as far as paying in, when you look at it, I'm paying in double because I haven't filed yet. And then one day out the blue, oh, while I was working for him in that time frame, he was putting poison in my food and drinks. Ranger herbicide, and he got this other stuff, plant growth inhibitor. And at first I didn't notice because I guess he was putting small dosages in. I would feel sick at work, but I would dismiss it as heat stroke or fatigue. The redness in the face, I dismiss it as just sunburn. And just went on with my life. I kept going. I guess time was getting closer or whatever for him, because he started upping the dosage. Because I would drink soda from a straw, you know. And the first thing that went were my two front teeth. So I was always drinking with the straw, and it actually, like, it made the gum line recede and go up. So it was in my drink, no question about it. I have proof of this, evidence of this. I have three teeth left. I had 8 that fell out, and I kept them in a safe. Somebody actually came into the house, took the safe off the screws, and I guess they shook it till it wiggled out the little, like, you know, the safes, they closed, but there's still wiggle room. And got some of them out. The only reason why I have 3 left is because they were wrapped in a plastic bag. They wouldn't get through there. And I also have urine. It's in the freezer. He knew my plan with the W-2s. He knew I didn't file any of them. There's about 30, maybe slightly more, possibly 1 or 2 less. Yesterday I got into ADP. They found my thing. I couldn't move forward because you have to call back during regular business hours, so it paused there. He locked me out. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I really don't have confidence in law enforcement. Because he did this, he's actually using his resources to keep him out of jail. I'll continue with the story because it gets deeper and he does a lot of fucking fucked up shit.